Hey, what's up, everybody? We finally decided to do our. But you got to get in there. Finally decided to do our uh, video series, I guess is what we can call it, on ministry management. Like all the time, people are uh, asking us, like, how in the world do y'all manage like y'all's crazy schedule? Because like we have four kids, none of them are home tonight. So I'm talking about, and for the first time in forever. We have our audience in the background. That's our wiener dog outside yelping. So anyway, that's how we manage our ministry is no kids and put dogs outside. Anyway, we have four kids. We're a blended family, and they're just right now they're scattered out. There's one in Texas, one in Oklahoma, and two in Louisiana, and two out in the backyard. And it does get like very trying at times and very hectic because we have, for one, obviously we're married. If y'all didn't know that, this is my wife Courtney, and we both have jobs, and we're about to open another business. We have church. Well, right now we're all kind of like quarantined and shut down. So anyway, normally our normal schedule is Sunday church and then connect groups almost every night of the week. And then Friday is going to get kids wherever in the world they may be. Sunday is going to church, taking the kids back home, wherever in the world that may be. What?
Softball,
Yeah,
sports.
we have softball, we have sports, hunting, fishing, and just trying to keep it all together while keeping our marriage together, keeping our kids happy, and keeping our ministry going, keeping our business afloat. Like it does get tough, and a lot of times people just ask us, or sometimes they say like y'all are too busy, I need to slow down or whatever. But I think we're both on the same page. Whenever I think that we're not doing near enough for the kingdom compared to what like the people in the Bible days did. Like today, I was looking at Paul's missionary trips, man. Like and this dude did it like on foot in his Jerusalem cruisers. And she she asked me, how did he
You had to
get,
tell this.
huh?
You had to tell this.
How did he get?
I had a blonde moment, and I was driving and I was tired, and I just had a blonde moment.
She asked, how did Paul get from this island to another island? A boat. I mean, oh, it's just you just had to be there. It's so funny. A boat. Anyway, so we're gonna probably have to do this in segments because we're already on minute 3 and we haven't done absolutely anything. And baby, you're gonna. I gotta get. I made a little.
This is his.
It's a
No,
cocktail. I'm not drinking.
It's emergency. And
Listen.
he put no. Let me tell it. You're supposed to just put like 4 ounces of water with the packet of emergency, and he goes and puts 8 ounces.
This is not an 8 ounce cup.
Well,
this
anyways,
is maybe 6.
6 ounces and some ice cubes. Like he's gonna go ahead and make him a full drink out of it when you're just supposed to just drink it really quickly. Anyways,
it does not say chug it. Like,
but you're not supposed to sip on it all day.
But we gave that life up
with ice cubes.
It don't say nothing about ice cubes. Anyway, so first and foremost is one more thing I put down. We put God first and foremost in all we do, everything. And I put not hunting. I'm throwing myself under the bus. Not hunting, not fishing, not softball, not our kids. That's a tough one, and not even our marriage. And you can't put nothing above God, obviously, the order is God, family, then ministry, and it's tough sometimes because we as youth pastors, I catch ourselves putting our ministry above our kids and in each other and our marriage, and that's definitely not right. And I know that's kind of harsh to say that I'm putting ministry. Sometimes we get caught putting ministry above God. Like I get so focused on getting my message, how I want this message to come out, or what can we do for the kids, that I forget to go read my Bible for my own self, and pray and fast and stuff like that. So it definitely you have to keep everything in check. You have to obviously put God first. You got to spend time in prayer for your own self, spend time in prayer for and with your spouse and with your kids and your ministry and all that. So, but Definitely. We always try to put God before any of that. There's nothing wrong with softball. There's nothing wrong with hunting or shopping or whatever it is you do. But if you're putting any of that instead of going to church or instead above God, then that's definitely an issue. And we try not to. We try to steer away from that. And I put that it's imperative that we keep God first. And if we do that, then God will be the center of our marriage. God will be the center of our parenting. God will be the center of our ministry, of everything. You know, I feel like I'm the only one doing any talking.
Well, you wrote notes down, and so
I have 2 notes, but I do have a cocktail though.
I don't. I wish that you wouldn't call it that.
It's nothing wrong. It's not a sin to have a cocktail. There's no alcohol in this. There ain't no Corona in this.
Mine is
this is anti-Corona
hot
Corona.
Black tea with a squeeze of lemon because I'm fighting Corona. I don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't have it. I'm being proactive is what I'm doing. So
Okay. I didn't know all this.
I'm just being proactive. It's hot. It was really almost too hot. Took a drink earlier and I spewed it out because it was too hot. I would almost
rather have the Rona than I have that.
No, don't ever say that.
I drank that.
It's not bad.
It's awful. Mm-mm. I feel like Corona ain't that bad. Corona ain't that bad. Whatever it is, coronavirus. Anyway, but seriously, like couples or single people, single parents, whatever, always try your best to put God above every single decision you make. If it's a job you take or a big purchase, a car or a house you're fixing to buy or just anything, just our everyday, whenever we first wake up, we need to definitely stop checking Facebook first and all that. At least read your Bible and thank God you woke up. Give God the very beginning, the first fruits. My dad's real big on first fruits, and it's the truth. Like, we need to give God the first of everything, and I believe that's our time as well. You know, technically we owe God 2 hours and 40 minutes of every day, and I fall short of that.
Me too.
I know. I spend 2 hours and 40 minutes in the deer stand per hunt, so it's a shame. So I throw my own self under the bus, but I know there's a lot of people that can relate. You know, you stay so busy, and we hear people, I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to do that. Like, I promise you, you can make time. If I can make time to go stand in a deer stand for 4 or 5 hours in the freezing cold, if she can bake a cheesecake for 3 hours right before we cook supper tonight.
It's done now, then.
Yeah, I know, and it was good. I ate some of it too.
Oh yeah, well I guess
I didn't eat the cheesecake. Crystal, if you're watching, I didn't eat your cheesecake. I ate some of the German chocolate cake
that was left over from.
Yeah.
Anyways,
the rest of my meal
so
was
I
keto.
think that for me, beginning this walk and beginning this ministry and this marriage, because when I first met Jamie, I knew that I was going to marry him. God had showed that to me, but my life was very far from being in line with God, and so in order for all those things to fall into place, I had to put God first. And so once I put God first in my life and in the center of everything that I was doing, then all things lined up according to how He had purposed them. So I think it falls in everyday life, putting Him first. And once I did that, I realized that, you know, His way was the best way. His will is the best way. I guess if that makes sense.
Yeah, His will is always better than our will.
Right.
And I promise you, it's definitely His will for us to put Him first. Obviously, it's all through the Bible. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. And then all this other stuff, your parenting or whatever, your relationships or your
relationships
finances.
For sure. I have so many people across the country reach out to me about their marriage or their relationship, and they'll say, well, you know, I want this or I want that. And I always ask them, what does your relationship with God look like? That's what I'm at. You can ask anyone that reaches out to me. I always ask them first, like, what is your relationship with God?
Ghost her.
Yeah. And then sometimes I get ignored and then they never respond back because they want worldly answers. And I'm not going to give them that. I'm going to give them biblical truth. And so if your relationship with God is non-existent, that's where you need to start. You need to have a strong, healthy, deep relationship with Jesus. And then once that is established, He will start working on all those other things for you. But I know I have a lot of people reach out and say, well, I want this for my marriage, or I want this in my relationship, but people don't realize that they need God first, and everything else is going to fall into place.
Another thing that you touched on was about the way people want God, they want worldly advice. Back to putting God first. That's what this video is about. That goes all the way down to the way you answer people. Whenever you do have people come to you and ask you for advice, make sure you give them godly advice first before you give them your opinion, because your opinion doesn't matter if it doesn't line up with God. The way you react whenever your kids do something stupid, they see that. And if you react in a godly way, you're putting God first in this situation instead of snapping on them and going crazy on them or whatever, screaming and hollering or whatever. Not trying to tell you how to raise your kids, but...
And not even with them being in trouble either. And I'm not trying to interrupt you, but no, just even with this, like the whole coronavirus going on, like
no corona right here.
Your kids watch how you respond to things. And I know for myself, and I actually talked to a few other women this evening, how their anxiety is flaring up. Like, this is such a hard time. And your kids watch you. And so I'm not going to lie, like this whole thing has had me like thrown for a loop. I feel like I'm spiraling
over something.
Out of control, but I keep it in because I don't want my kids to know. And it's a self-evaluation, like reevaluation for me too, because I'm thinking like, I know who I say is who's in control, but do I really feel that way? Do I really believe that? And so your kids watch you. They watch how you respond to certain things that happen in your life, circumstances and situations, not just when they do something that's, not approved by you, but also how you handle the world in itself, and how things, when they're thrown at you, how you handle and juggle those. And if you put God first, we can tell our kids to put God first all day long, every single day. But if we're not doing the same thing, they're watching us. We're the Jesus that they see.
Yeah, and a prime example is our kids. Like with this whole coronavirus thing, like with Allie and Blade, they, as soon as you say something about it, and it's the way you say it, like I've noticed if we say something like martial law, we bring up martial law, if we seem a little bit worried about it, both of them are fixing to be just asking us 100. Do you think it's going to happen? Are they going to take our guns? Are
they going to see it in their eyes?
Yeah,
too.
They know.
Like
but if we tell them the news, this is what's happening. We got another case in Adams County or whatever. But God's in control. It's not a big deal. You don't really hear nothing. They don't really say nothing else about it. And I've noticed that about them these last couple of days. But if we start bringing up something, another negative thing that's happened, and we seem worried when we say it, both of them, they'll go to their rooms and then they'll come back like 10 minutes later.
They probably have went to the rooms to Google the things that we have said. And then, when you Google things, it's like 10 times worse than what it actually really is.
I can see what Allie looks up on YouTube, and I can go through there and it's martial law, and I didn't look up martial law, and she did. Just because she heard me say something about it, and I'm not worried about it. I don't think they're coming to take our guns or nothing like that, but I said something about it that we need to kind of get prepared. It may happen, and I left it at that. I didn't but Jesus has it. She goes in her bedroom and looks up martial law, and then they come in here and start asking, have they heard anything else about, are they implementing it?
Yeah.
You don't even know what implementing means.
Right. So if we start speaking, like, I always try to speak life into our kids, and I'm not a perfect parent by any means, but I know that our kids are hungry for God's word. And they see that we put God first in everything that we do. And I've seen that in them as well. Like they start, they pray all the time. Every single day they pray, and they're in their word and they're reading. And I can see on Blade's phone where he's went on the Bible app and, looked up certain things, or go into his room and his Bible's open and things are highlighted or notes are taken.
Check your kids' phones.
Yes.
Go into your kids' rooms. You ain't their friend, back on the whole parent kick thing, but you're putting God first, and God tells you to be their parent. Stop being their friend. Go see what they're looking at on YouTube. Go see what's going on in their bedroom. It's perfectly fine. I'm telling you.
Parents, go check your children's TikToks. You knew I was going to say it. I downloaded TikTok because I wanted to stay up with the youth and see how
ain't downloading that
he didn't, but I did because they talk about it, and I kind of wanted to stay relevant. And I'm telling you, it will suck you in, and your children are watching garbage. There's Christian things on there, but the majority of it is absolute garbage. I get angry about TikTok. I can't help it because it's junk. It really is.
What you got in that tea? You got some Corona in that tea?
No, it just makes me, because parents don't know. They think that they're just doing these dances and that they're just having fun with their friends.
On the flip side, you may walk into your kid's room and see that they've made a prayer corner in their bedroom and they have their Bible open and you're trying to be the Snoopy parent and go up in there and Snoopy parent. That's so stupid. A snooping, not Snoopy.
I didn't even notice because that's
the snooping parent that you are, and try to catch them doing something, and you walk in and you're like, they're reading their Bible. Then
that's awesome.
Hit you in the face. You know, so go in your kid's room, check in on your kids. Anyway,
we really got off subject there.
Yeah, that's what this whole thing is about.
That's fine. I mean,
we don't have church.
Right.
Haven't had church in like almost 2 weeks now, and so we're getting all preachy and stuff. I'll get my notes out. No, I can't. It's on this phone, so can't do that.
And that's fine. Here's the real test. We are quarantined together. And
I'm writing a song about it.
That's fine.
Quarantine with me.
I have been told by several ladies that I'm going to have a few extra jewels in my crown when I get to heaven because I'm married to him. So...
What ladies told you that?
It doesn't matter. We're not name dropping.
Ladies?
We're not. No, I'm not. We're not name dropping any. Don't worry, ladies.
Ain't no Christian ladies told her that.
So... Anyway, things are about to get real. And I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
Yeah. Can y'all see? Hold on, look at my deer. Look at the eye.
Well, first of all, they can't get past the hat because that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
I killed the deer with that hat on 4th of July.
So things will be funny. Things are going to get crazy.
They're just going to be so crazy. Look, I'm just getting crazy on the... Oh, God. Anyway, you can get. Anyway, all right. Sorry, y'all. So I guess the next episode will come up. Maybe we'll do it after this one. No, I'm playing. 17 minutes is too long.
Yeah, sorry, all right, guys, but I'm really not sorry.
We'll keep these coming. We have, I don't know, however many more. Ministry management, more videos will be coming soon. We're going to put it on my YouTube thing and put it on our my YouTube channel, whatever. So out of the loop, and then put it on our JC Ministry page and share it, blah blah blah. Y'all please like it, share it, all that good stuff. And we love y'all. If y'all have any prayer requests or just need somebody to talk to, message either one of us. Message the JC Ministry page.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of time on our hands, and we always love to hear from you guys. We always love hearing praise reports or getting prayer requests. And let me just make sure that you know that everybody that sends us something to pray about, it does get prayed over
right then.
Right then. We don't put it off for 2 days or a week. We do it right then. So, and then I actually have like a prayer list that I keep in my journal, and I pray over every single day. So it's not going to go unnoticed or overlooked. You will be prayed over.
For real. We love you guys.